I'm doing my little stream. Basically, it's let's see. Okay. So basically, I picked up a box slot of antique bottles and whatnot, and mainly milk bottles. You turn off the sound there on my replay. But basically, I picked up a huge lot of milk bottles today, over 100. Probably like 8 boxes, maybe 9. And yeah, I have no idea what's in them. I just saw a quick glimpse of like they basically what they had is they listed in. They were like, this woman, she was like, "Yeah, I'm just getting rid of all these. I don't want them anymore." My husband basically died, unfortunately, and yeah, she was like, I just want to get rid of them. So basically, what we have here is just a ton of milk bottles that we're going to go through. They're from, as far as what was told, they're mostly Connecticut, is what she said, but she said they're from also every other state. In the one group photo she sent me like a small group photo of a couple of like a little lot of them. And from what I could see, there were some really good ones, and there was also there was a definitely a other states, even out west. So this should be fun. And without further ado, I wasn't really planning on streaming. So if you basically see this kind of setup is kind of weird, it's my garage. Yeah, I just figured it'd be a nice thing to basically stream. Also, bear with my internet. Sometimes it might be a little bit laggy. So we might have to just deal with that. If you have any questions, let me know, or any comments in the chat. And yeah, so my setup's much nicer now. Oh, and one more thing before I get started. As far as future videos, I will be uploading some digging very soon. Likely more when I go to college. I'll have more time to upload. But trust me, I have a ton of digging footage, and there's going to be some really amazing bottles coming out of the ground, including stoneware. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get into it with a couple that were kind of outside the box. So we have this one here, which seems to be a, it's kind of hard to see, but let's see if I can get this light a little bit closer for you guys. That's probably better if I do this. Hey, Mike. Huge collection here for free of just milk bottles mainly. But here we have a, it looks like an Inwood Farm Inc. registered Harrison, New York. So these are going to be from all over the place, these milks that came in this lot. So let's see, what else we got? Oh, this one's nice. Let's see if I can get a good picture of it. But right here, you see the case of the milk bottles on it. Walker Gordon Laboratories. It seems to have a mass seal. These ones look like they came out of the ocean, these particular ones, but apparently this was from a long-time milk collector who had passed, and his wife doesn't want them. So, oh yeah, and then here we go. There's a nice Borden's. Hey Jeff, nice Borden's condensed milk. Oh yeah, yeah, condensed milk company with the eagle on the back. So that's a nice earlier Borden's right there. Let's see if I can get the eagle a little bit closer to you guys. There you go. Again, bear with my internet. It's a little bit jumpy. And now we're going to go through. Those are just the ones that are kind of scattered outside. Now we're going to go through. Let's see which box are probably this one next to me. I've got about 8 boxes to go through, guys. So this is going to be fun. Here we go. So start with this one. All-Star Dairies, Nashua, New Hampshire. Oh, nice, Mike. Yeah, that's did you get any good jars in that collection either? So that'd be cool. But yeah, there's a hi John. Here's an All-Star Dairy Producers. Pretty nice, and on the back it just says milk of selected quality, which is interesting. Let me just turn this down. This my replay here. 1 second. There we go. All right, next one. Oh yes, the common, but kind of interesting. Brock Hall. I believe that's out of New Britain, Connecticut. It's not terribly old. It's got a date of it's in 1969, but there's going to be some better ones in here. They're just, I have no idea what's coming out, as you guys know, and by the title, anything that comes out is as I'm seeing it. Like basically, these are all just randomly put in here, so I have no idea what's in here. So it should be pretty fun for everyone involved. Oh, this is a nice, cool bottle. We got excuse me if I butcher names too on towns and dairies. Winnisimmett, I think Winnisimmett, right? Something like that. Dairy, Tiverton, Rhode Island, and it's got a Indian on the back, and it's the same thing below it. Very cool. So there's a Rhode Island one, and again, they're from all over the place, so I probably should be sorting them as I go. So put Kinetic over there. Here we have a, oh yes, Butler Dairy, which I believe, I forget where in Connecticut, that is Connecticut, but I forget where. But there's a Butler Dairy, just says the same thing on both sides. Kind of a newer top. There are embossed ones in this lot. I did see a couple, at least quick glimpse from what was sent with the one photo she sent me, which may be by the collection. Okay, this one's pretty rough, but unfortunately, but it's Consumers Dairy, Westerly, Rhode Island. I've seen these before. They're not terribly rare, so, but interesting. What's this over here? Oh, there's a really good. Oh, there's a really good one I just saw. Okay, anyway, Bayview Dairy, Plattsburgh, New York. Glass milk bottles are sanitary, leak-proof, transparent, thrifty, handy, and insist on glass. It's unfortunate they don't use glass much anymore nowadays, but there you go. Bayview Dairy, Plattsburgh, New York. It's a pretty nice bottle. This one is nice. This is very nice. So, wait do you see? Look at this. Indian Hill Farm Dairy, Greenville, Maine. Telephone 76-2. Same thing on both sides, but look at that. It's got the picture of the Indian on it. That's a very cool milk right there. Let's see, that's Maine. Oh, nice. You dug a Waterbury straight side. Those are pretty tough. I'd love to dig one. As far as I know, the only straight sides from Connecticut are Waterbury, or at least for script, or Waterbury, and then the other straight sides around here in Rhode Island, or near Rhode Island, I guess is closer, are, let's see, there's Providence, which has a script, and there's one from Woonsocket with a script as well. I have a Woonsocket one actually in my collection that I end up acquiring, but yeah. So anyway, this one's kind of ghosted, unfortunately, but it's a no town on it. But Kempter Dairy, direct from farm to you. It's ghost on that side pretty much, but interesting. I'd have to do some research to figure out what that's from. No town on it. There's gonna probably be a bunch of milks with no towns. I'm gonna have to do research, which is part of the fun, honestly, out of this collection. Here's another one. Drink Grant's Milk, Grant's Dairy, no town. Same thing on both sides. So I'm assuming that's probably going to end up happening a lot, because as far as what I know, there's going to be some interesting milks in here. Oh, no problem. If you have to go, no problem, Jeff. Nice that you could catch a little bit. Here we go. Here's another one from Connecticut. Again, excuse the background. It's kind of last minute thing, but Parker's, Nichols, Connecticut, and then oh yeah, it says all the ones who really care have Moo Juice on their bill of fare, with the cow. Drink Parker's. I love the little sayings they have on them sometimes. It's pretty cool. All right, next one. Oh, yep. Okay, a little bit rough, but Michael's Dairy, New London, Connecticut. And on the back it says, our milk builds them healthy. And it looks like two kids sitting in a fighter plane, actually. I can't tell, but that's what I think it's supposed to be, at least. Cool. So it's another one that's sort of local. Here's another no town one. And again, if you guys know if you've seen any of these milks or you know where they're from, let me know. But because they're from pretty much a lot of different states. I saw, and I think, like I said, I got one photo from this whole collection. It was like probably only about maybe 20, 30 of them. I mean, there's over 100 bottles here. And there was like in Ohio, I saw in there and some other stuff. So they're going to be from all over. But here's one. It's Fen Dairy. Just says it on both sides with the cow. Pretty nice. Sort them into the unknown. Um, here's one from the Ventress Dairy, Berlin, Connecticut. For those who want the best. And it says try our buttermilk, cottage cheese, butter, cream, eggs, oleo, chocolate milk, pure orange juice, and fruit punch. Very cool. If you guys hear noise, my parents just got home, so the dog's gonna probably be making a lot of barking sounds at some point. But anyway, here's a good old H.B. Hood and Sons Dairy Experts. If you guys have dug any of the northeastern dumps, you probably dug a Hood's up here. Pretty common, but a nice bottle. What's this? This one is Winnisquam Farms. And that's all it says on it, embossed on the shoulder. So kind of an interesting bottle. We'll have to see what that is. And that's our first box done. About 7 more to go. And some of them are bigger than others. So I'm going to start with this one here. A lot of these are squares that they're going to be at the beginning. I think a couple boxes or later on are going to be the round. So we'll save that one over there for the end. It looks like only round quarts. So these are all quarts at the minute also. There is going to be at least a half gallon. I can see in some other stuff. It's just sticking out of the top from what I see. But I don't really want to look ahead because I want to be surprised when I see the stuff. So here's a Kenny's Dairy, Derby, Connecticut. And I'm probably not going to read the back, but you guys can see they list all the things they make. So put that in the Connecticut pile. Here we go. Fresh from our own farm, established 1930. Wawakis Farm Dairy. And it's kind of hard to see. 1 quart quality milk, Norwich, Connecticut. It's got the zip code on it, which is interesting. So, nice little bottle. Another Parker's. You see, so if there's duplicates, I'll just go quick through them. But another Parker's. You already seen one of those before. Except that one, actually. So notice this. One's orange, one's red. I can kind of see on the camera that one's orange and one's red. So different pyro colors, which is pretty cool. Here's a Warrigan Dairy from Warrigan, Connecticut. Small mill village. This is cool. Drink the protein nightcap fresh milk. So it's got a little like sleeping glass, I think. It's cool right there. Cool. Okay. Here's a pretty common one. It's got some issues, but Gaida's out of, which is still around, out of New Britain, Connecticut. Okay. Should be some round ones eventually, at least in Boss. Go to the next one. Here you go. Maple Shade Farm Incorporated, Guilford, Connecticut. It's got a little license member thing on the back, which is pretty cool. Let's see. E.E. Freemouth Milk Cream out of Terryville, Connecticut. Says visit our ice cream bar on it. Let's put it better in the light for you. There you go. Here's a nice one. Sunrise Farm Dairy, 1 quart milk, Baltic, Connecticut. Interesting how I've noticed a bunch of these squares will have the zip code on them. Keep your milk on your table. It's a picture of health. The Torrington Creamery. So that's from Torrington, Connecticut. Just going to quickly go through that. Your protection or pledge. Pretty cool. Another Maple Shade Dairy, which you've already seen, so we're gonna put that with the other one. Another Torrington Creamery, but this one's got a different back. So this one has the what is that? Looks like some sort of ice cream or something, or pie. It looks like, I don't know. Party tonight, serve Venetian quality ice cream, so it's probably ice cream. Also for banquets, church suppliers, fraternities. So yeah, Torrington Creamery, they were around for a while. They were a big dairy company. Chris Nelson and Sons from Bloomfield, Connecticut. In the back's got the barn. This one's kind of cool. Tollgate with the sign, Tollgate Dairy Farms Incorporated. I believe that's out of, I forget where that is. I know that's Connecticut though. Got the little picture of the driver on the back and everything. All right, let me just put these in a box real quick, guys, and then we will get on to the next round or next box. Just want to pack up all the Connecticut ones into one box so we can get them out of our way. Okay. I think this whole box right here was Connecticut. Could be wrong though. No, it was more than this box. But yeah, pretty nice. All right, let's scoop this out. Bear with me 1 second, guys, here while I reset some things. Okay, grab the other one. All right, next box. Oh, here's the half-gallon. This is a nice big old Borden's half-gallon. Not terribly rare, but a nice bottle, nice little milk bottle nonetheless. Might be the only half-gallon. Let's see, what else we got? Brock Hall. Another variation of Brock Hall out of New Britain. This one here. Ooh, here's a New York one. Stalkers. Stalkers, Ravenna, New York. Let me know if I mispronounce these names. It's got the farm picture on the back. Okay. Woodford Farm. I've seen these before. These are out of, this is Avon, Connecticut. Milk bottle. Here's a cool, good. There's a nice one. DeBricky's Farms Dairy, Norwich, Connecticut. That's a little bit of a tougher one. So it's pretty nice. What's this one? Wow, Wildowski Dairy, Lisbon, Connecticut. This is actually, believe it or not, very late milk. These are 19. I don't know. This is 56 date code. So if you folks don't return all the empties, I'll bust. And that's what it says. Again, love the slogans on these. Very nice. This one's unfortunately ghosted. I don't know why I'm going to show it, but it's going to be hard to see. But it says Stokes Dairy Farms or something. I can't even read it. Somewhere in Rhode Island, I think. Or no, New Jersey. This was a New Jersey one. But it's pretty much well ruined, unfortunately. That's fine. We got plenty more. Here we go. One from Indiana. Salem Creamery. Salem, Indiana. If I am loaned, please return me. Pasteurized grade dairy products. So there's another odd out-of-state one. This one's pretty rough. Hillside Dairy. Mass Seal. So it's probably Massachusetts, but we're going to put that in the rough pile. Here's one. John Mann, Sunny Acres Farm, Chepachet, Rhode Island, or Chepachet, Rhode Island, something like that. So another Rhode Island one. Very cool. Ooh. Careful with them. Lover Lane Dairy, Berlin, Connecticut. Freshmore Farm. Oh yeah, one of these. I'll show this quickly. You guys probably know about these. Universal Store bottle, 5-cent return. Is an embossed one. Pretty common, but nice little bottle. Put that over here. Okay. I've seen this. I forget where it's from, but Augers Dairy. It says on both sides. Square milk, and there's the top on it. Also hit the flashlight a little bit. There we go. Let's see. Ricky's Dairy. Troy, New York. So there's another New York one. I'll pin a comment in the, or pin a comment at the end of this, and when this is over, and that way you guys, I can tell you guys what, how many dairies are from each state, what states dairies were from, and yeah, just basically that. But yeah, here's another one. Hillside Milk with the Drinking Baby. Buffalo, New York. Nice little half pint. So we got another new half pint now. Just pretty nice. Alrighty. Now I got a clear room again. So bear with me. Because I gotta go through this box now. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Universal 5-cent store bottle. Another little half pint version. This one's a ghosted one, unfortunately, which has got the mass seal. Looks like Deary Brothers, so I think that was a more common one, but so no bad there. Has a little cap in it. Oops, see, cream. No problem there. All right. Next one. Redford Farm, D. Cardillo. And it says on both sides, Stockbridge, Mass. Telephone 293. Another nice bottle. Okay. There should be a lot more from Massachusetts, from what I would understand, but because she said most of them were, what she thought at least, or had on the list, was Connecticut and Mass. So now I've got a couple caps real quick to show you before we continue. This one here, just a little New Jersey dairy cap. It says it's really hard to see, but see if I get this good in the camera. But yeah, just a New Jersey dairy cap. The caps aren't going to show too well out right now. We got Driscoll's Dairy metal cap. That's out of oh, actually, wow, this says Franklin, Connecticut on it. Usually they say Yantic, so that's kind of interesting actually, but I could be wrong on that. But usually, so that might be a little later one, but Franklin, Connecticut, interesting. And we have a Hillside Dairy cap out of Buffalo, New York. So there's a couple caps there in that little baggie. Most of them are in. Most of the caps are in the bottle. Some, well, just not the right caps. But anyway, pretty common. But foremost, another interesting little bottle. Here's a cool one. I believe this is Western, but I could be wrong. Borden's Fountain Service, and it's got the saguaro cactus on it. So it's a pretty nice bottle. Um, Here's a cool one. Maple Lane Dairy, Moravia. Again, if I butcher names, I'm sorry. New York. Deposit bottle 5 cents. So far it seems to be a lot of Connecticut, New York. Here's a Driscoll's Dairy, Yantic, Connecticut. This one, oh, here we go. Ideal and the Ease of Milk Bottle, Lorain, Ohio. There's an Ohio milk. This one's from West Warwick, Rhode Island. I know that. DeCiantis, the home of clean milk. Visit our ice cream bar. Just rearranging here. Where is this from? This is Connecticut as well. I forget where, but this is Connecticut. Mapleview Farm, R.B. Gardener. Baby's best friend with the little tyke playing, stacking the alphabet to make it say Gardener, which is pretty cool. And then the milk bottle next to him. I'll put that over in the to be figured out pile of where it's from. Here's a kind of faded, but Dairy Lee. Can't even see it on camera, it's so faded. Dairy Lee. Slide's a bit better, but there's a kind of going to the rough milk. The ones with rough pyros. Here's another half pint. I forget where it's from, but Haywood Dairy. That's good milk store. On the back, it's got the picture of the milk bottling plant. Here's a nice one with the embossed. It's got a rib neck. It's from New Jersey. J.M. Kincaid, Lone Oak Farm, Boonton, New Jersey. Very nice. I'm gonna start a pile of actually put a box for here of embossed milks. Here's the one with the mass seal. United Farmers Cooperative Creamery Association Incorporated. That's a mouthful. Charlestown, Mass. All right. Next box. This one's got some metal around the top, oddly. Spears Dairy, Wakefield, Massachusetts. All right, let me start a Massachusetts pile somewhere. Give me a second, guys. Okay, there we go. Because I have a feeling we're gonna Soundview Dairy in Sonia, Connecticut. Kind of a newer style, but nice. Blank slug plate. Always got to have one of those, even when not digging. Another Soundview Dairy. Don't have to show that because I just found that one. Another Guidas at New Britain. Another Parker's Dairy out of Nichols. So here's where some duplicates seem to be. Another Michael's Dairy out of New London. These are nice though. This one's out of Rochester, New York. Witherell's Dairy, Rochester, New York. Or New Hampshire, actually. Wow, I could have sworn that was New York. Nope, it's New Hampshire. Witherell's Dairy, Rochester, New Hampshire. There's our second New Hampshire bottle for today. Another Oregon Farm Dairy, or Dairy Farm. Oh, here's our first Vermont one. Ethan Allen Creamery, Essex Junction, Vermont. This bottle. I just like the fact that the stuff in this collection seems to be coming from all over. It makes it fun. Another H.P. Hood and Sons. You guys know what those are. If you dig up in the Northeast, like I was saying earlier. Alright. Another Parker's. This one's rough. Looks like Miller Dairy, but I can't tell. It's just really rough. Unfortunately, the back's even kind of smudged. Try Miller Vitamin D homogenized whole milk. That's unfortunate. Another rough one, unfortunately, because this one's actually a nice back on it. But it's, man. Meadow Lake milk pasteurized for health's sake. And on the back, it's got Uncle Sam with a lady, Meadow Lake. I can't read something with Uncle Sam. Serve the foods that make us strong, blah, 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 blah. So that would have been a really nice milk. Still got kind of cool. It's got at least most of it, but it's too bad it's so rough. Because Uncle Sam milks are actually pretty valuable too, by the way. Here's just one that says Hills, so that's very ominous and interesting. Have to research that one. All right. Woo! We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes left. Just for you guys who are wondering. I'm going to do this one. It's a small one. Alright. Ooh, a nice research one. Nice earlier looking one. It's got the ring neck. Just says Auger on it. I should be able... It's got a 28 date code on it. So 1928. Pretty cool. Should be fun. Here's our second Vermont one. Sprague's Dairy, Randolph, Vermont. There you go. So that's our... Yep, because the other one was from Essex Junction. Yep. Thompson Glasses Dairy Products. Taste Tells. I'm not sure where that's from. We get a better handle on it. There we go. Very interesting. Can't wait to do, like I said, a ton of research on these. That's the fun part. Figuring out where some of these unknown ones are from. Another Wyodoski Dairy, Lisbon. You've already seen that already, so we're going to put it over here and move on. Here's one that's unfortunately pretty faded, but it was a 2-color. This was a Quality Always Borrowdale Farm Thompson, Connecticut Guernsey milk. Again, it's too bad some of these faded ones, but there's some really nice ones like that one Indian one mixed in here, so gives me some excitement. Plus, we've gotten tons of good ones already. Definitely made the free. I mean, it's all free. I can't complain. Universal Store Bottle. Store 5 cents. So another one. I don't know why I'm showing that. You've already seen those before. And we're going to move this box up here. And go on to our next one. Let me just grab it. Okay. Next box. There might be over 200 milks actually in this lot. This is pretty crazy. Another blank slug plate. Another blank slug plate. See if I can have a box. Let's put it in this box up here. There we go. Put the blanks there. Okay. Next one. Oh. Keiko Farm Dairy, Jewett City, Connecticut. I think there's like every known square, maybe almost every known, probably not actually, but most of the Connecticut square milks are probably going to be in this lot. Another Parker's Dairy out of Nichols, Connecticut. If I go quick through stuff again, for those who have just joined, it's because I've already showed them earlier in the video. So there's going to also be some, I guess, very new milk stuff in here, so it's just like this weird bottle green gate. So just some more recent stuff, but kind of interesting, I guess. Thrown in, stuff like this. Just a tea, some weird like tea bottle thing. Kind of interesting though. All right, let's see. This one is another unknown one. Best in Milk, Fuller's Dairy. Pretty nice. The unknown pile is growing. I've got at least over 10 of them now. Definitely over 10. Here's an embossed one with fluted neck. Fluted neck, it's Haywood Farm, Gardner, Mass. Big H in the center. Mass seal. Pretty nice. Here's another embossed one. Ooh, this is a nice bottle. It says wash and return. It's got a date. Okay, so this has got a date code of 1921 on the bottom. Wash and return, so it's an earlier one. And it's Blue Bonnet, clarified pasteurized milk, San Antonio, Texas. So wow, that came a ways. San Antonio, Texas. Pretty nice. It's probably a pretty good one being from Texas, but then again, San Antonio's pretty big. Another Wabaucus Farm Dairy out of Norwich. I'm sure you guys can see which ones are pretty common by now for some of them. Another Oregon Farm out of Oregon, Connecticut. Even though it's a small mill village, that's a very common dairy. Here we go. Maple Hill Dairy, Waterbury, Connecticut. So there's a different one. It's got the maple leaf on it. Same thing on both sides. Costs no more to have the best. It also said established 1876. That's a nice one. Maynard Bros, Voluntown, Connecticut. Voluntown's basically in the middle of nowhere. Another Maple Hill Dairy out of Waterbury. That's a duplicate. Here's another embossed one. It says store around the top. On the back, it says Perfection Pasteurized Milk and Cream, Mass seal. On the front, it says Dutchland Farms, Brockton, Mass. All right. Moving on. Get it? Moving. Sure, I just lost some of my audience from that joke. Okay, one of these has the pellets in it, so I gotta be careful with that for some reason. MBS, another Indiana one, Indianapolis. So that's actually probably our second or third Indiana bottle today. Another MDE. Or, sorry, not another, just MDE. Oh, this one's from Memphis, Tennessee. It says it right on the bottom. That's why we gotta check the bottoms on some of them. This one's got the stuff in it. But our pasteurized milk solves the problem. Some rat nastiness in there I gotta empty out. Hilton Dairy, dial 64462, Madison, Maine. So our second Maine bottle of the day. our first one, if anyone wants to re-see the really nice one we got. This one here, if I don't damage it. Indian Hill Farm Dairy, Greenville, Maine. So that's a really nice one. But that's our second main bottle that we just got. Another MBS out of Indianapolis. Okay. I'm gonna have to start moving some things real quick. Run out of little room again. Knudsen Bros. I forget where this is from. Could be Connecticut. Possibly is. Move these two HUD bottles to the side. Okay. Here we go. Another New York one. Anson's Farm Dairy, Watham's, New York. Nice. Careful of that. Norman's Dairy, Jewett City, Connecticut. Here's some, I think these are half pints, right? Yeah. Yeah, some half pints, squares. So we have a Killasset Farms, St. Jonesbury, Vermont. So another Vermont bottle. Third Vermont bottle of the day. One that's interesting is plate time with the little picture. Pine Grove Dairy, wherever that's from. Just a Carnation fresh milk. Oh, this is a cool one. So it says, please return all milk bottles promptly, but this side's got a beehive. It says Honey Gardens Dairy in Lebanon, New Hampshire. So that's very interesting. That's our third New Hampshire bottle for today. This one says no town, but Shively's Dairy on the shoulder. Our bigger size Killasset Farms. So this is our fourth Vermont bottle here out of St. Jonesbury, Vermont. Just says on both sides. Okay. What else? This one's ghosted, so nope, that was not bought. Nope, no, there's nothing on that one, so there's a blank. They threw in this, even though this isn't a milk. It's a J.F. Howard, Haverhill, Mass. This is a salad dressing bottle for those who don't know. So that's pretty funny. Not a dairy bottle. This one's weird, but it's Meiji. So it's probably a newer bottle, but it kind of looks like an old bottle, but it's not, I don't think. Probably somewhere foreign. That's kind of an interesting one. Ooh, it's a sour cream jar. I'll get to that in a second. There's another blank. Oh, actually, no, it's not. So you'd think it was blank because if you look at the side, there's nothing on it. But look at the bottom. There's actually a name on it. Uncle Joe's Bottling Company, Shreveport, Louisiana. So a Louisiana bottle. Very cool. What's this one? Big old sour cream jar. Westland Creamery. Yahuart. Maybe that's with yogurt. I don't know. It's pretty funny though. Maybe it's not sour cream then. Interesting. But I believe that's Massachusetts, but we're gonna put it in the unknown pile since it doesn't really have a town on it. And we're gonna continue with our last two boxes, one big one and one right here. So let me just do some real quick moving around of stuff. That way, basically. All right. Next box, I'm gonna start with the big one. Okay. This one. Let me see if I can move some stuff. All right. Next bottle is Spring Dairy, J.C. Bukowski, Beacon Falls, Connecticut. All right. So these. Another Wadowski Dairy out of Lisbon. Oh yes, the Brookside Dairy is a very common bottle, but very nice. Brookside Dairy is out of Waterbury, Connecticut. That's an embossed one. Ventures Dairy, Berlin, Connecticut. I'm just trying to move some things now out of my way. Okay. Here's one from Massachusetts. Riverbend Farm, Uxbridge, Mass. Doesn't say Mass, but that's where Uxbridge is from. So cool. Ooh, here we go. All right, here's a nice one. Kramer's Dairy, Willimantic, Connecticut. And we've got the equipped to guard your health with the soldier on the back. Very nice milk. It's technically a war slogan milk. Another Brookside Dairies. Nothing special. These are here. Here's another Vermont. Sunset Farm Dairy. Brown Swiss milk. It's out of Woodstock, Vermont. That's our 5th Vermont bottle. Here's one that's brand new, but kind of interesting. There's Mountain Dairy. They still bottle this, I believe, but Mountain Dairy. This is a eggnog bottle. They do this at these are commemoratives. That's out of 2016. Not terribly old, obviously. Here's a cool one. First National Stores, Inc., Boston, Mass. Bellows Farm Cooperative Creamery, Bellows Falls, Vermont. So there's our, what's that, 6th Vermont bottle now? Yep. Here's another one from Texas. Lando Pines Dairy Products Company, Lufkin, Texas. So another Texas bottle. Here's a cool one. Sawyer. Clover Hill Farm, Bradford. It's got the clover and the milk. It's got the Mass seal, so I believe that's Massachusetts, but I could be wrong. I believe this one's also Massachusetts, but be careful. Safeguard their health. Use our milk. It's got a picture of a kid in a soldier soldier as a soldier. It looks like, or maybe a guard or a policeman, more like actually a policeman. Deary Brothers Dairy Specialists. So probably a sour cream jar. It's our second sour cream jar. Here's another Torrington Creamery, but of the shoulder embossed variety. We haven't seen that before, actually. Miller Reed Dairy, Shippensburg, PA. So there's our first Pennsylvania bottle. Very hard to see the Pennsylvania Shippensburg right at the bottom of the globe. Another just junky, newer one. Okay. Kinney's Dairy. I can't remember if we've shown one of these before or not. We might have. Derby, Connecticut. Another Wild Oski. But this one's a little bit interesting because it's got more red on the back. The rest of them, I think, had yellow. Let's see if I can find the other one to show you. Yeah, right here. So this one's also says store on the top, and it's got a different picture. Got the better slogan, in my opinion. The if you don't return all empties, I'll bust with the cow with the full udders, which is pretty funny. Another Universal Store 5-cent. You've already seen those. This one I believe is out of Willimantic, but I could be wrong. I.L. Gardner just says that. South Street on both sides. I believe that's Willimantic, Connecticut, but we're going to put it in the other unknown pile just to be safe, just in case. Moving some stuff around. Okay, there we go. Not sure where this is from, but Mercer's Dairy. And it's got all the things on the back. And the last one of our big box, another Maynard Bros out of Voluntown. Except this one says Florida and New England. Sure, try orange juice from Maynard Bros. So very cool. And that leaves us out. Oh, actually, 2 more boxes. Okay, then. 2 more boxes. I was wrong. There's another box behind that one. So we have 2 more boxes to go. Oh, I'm sorry. No, 1 more box. Nope, I was wrong. 1 more box. That's the one So this is our last box that we're on, guys. And then I'll show you my favorite ones that I've seen at least. So, at the end. Of course. So this one here is another Gaida's. Nothing special. Ferris Dairy, Westport, Connecticut. Both sides. Show the top there. Another junky, newer one. Here's a cool one. It's a little bit rough, but Hillside Farms, Oak Lawn, Rhode Island. So that makes our one. That's our 5th Rhode Island one. I'm not sure. Oh, this is on the back. Okay. So Royal Oak Dairy, H.J. Erickson, Homogenized Milk, Worcester, Mass. Right on the back. Another 5-cent store. Court. Ooh. Interesting. Salmina's Dairy, Lake County, California. Wow. There's a West Coast bottle. That's probably a nice one, too. I could be wrong. I don't know California milks. E.E. Freemuth, Terryville, Connecticut. One of Connecticut's most modern dairies with a pretty modern bottle, but pretty nice. mouse nest in this one. H.C. Needham, Pine Lawn Dairy Farm, Hudson Falls, New York. It's a nice bottle. Another Wauwakis Farm Dairy out of Norwich, but kind of a cool windmill on the back with the Dutch woman. Ooh, this one might be local for me. It says the Avery Farms Incorporated, but I'm not sure where that's from. Now that there could be a bunch of Avery Farms. Here, that's the thing. But there is one that I know of that does say Ledgered, so that could be one that I actually need for my collection. I already picked out from this lot from the beginning. I don't have it with me, but there's a two-color one from Mystic, Connecticut, that I actually did pick out. Doesn't say Mystic on it, but I have one that does. So it's, but yeah, that could be one I need right there. So that's interesting. The Avery Farms Incorporated. And here we go on the last two milks of the day. Looks like we have this one here, Nobles, That's Good Milk. No idea where that's from. And then last, honestly, from farm to home, Sunrise Farm, John Uzga, Baltic, Connecticut. Wow, that's a nice two-color bottle, though. So that's actually a nice one to end on. And we'll end on this one. We'll show the best ones now. This is a pretty good one, being two-color and pretty good town to be from. Usually this is the better than the square variant that you saw earlier in the video, if you were here. So that's a really good bottle. Let me grab the good box to put these in. And then the two really surprising, or a couple of really surprising ones of the day, I will say, are right here. We have this one from that you just saw for Salinas Salminas. I can't say this. Dairy, Lake County, California. Definitely this one here, the Kramer's Dairy out of Willimantic with the soldier on it. It's also my favorite pyro, being blue. This one, which is really nice, Indian Hill Farm Dairy, Greenville, Maine. So the fact being, I mean, for free, you can't beat this, obviously. I definitely have over 100 milks around me. At least probably 60 plus Connecticut ones. So, but yeah, that should conclude our video. I'll send the final totals in the chat at the end. And again, for those who probably joined in late, you can watch back the video and see what you missed. But until next time, again, I will be getting more videos up. Definitely been sure to be getting more videos up. I go back to college in about a month. And so then once I'm back, other than college, I'll have no distractions. So I should be able to, in my spare time there, upload a bunch of video. I have a ton of footage from the summer. You guys are going to love some of the stuff that I've pulled, including stoneware. And there's going to be some amazing stuff coming out of the ground. But until then, and until my next video, this is Plundera Cam, and I am signing off. Thank you, everyone who's joined my live stream. And yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next video. See ya.